Here go the Port Melbourne side again. They're going to repel the kick outside. Defensive 50 from the Scorpions, and in the end the ball ends up with that man Magna, the former Demon himself, and Frankston player as well. We've seen plenty of him over the years, and James Magna now will go back with an opportunity to kick a goal. He's about 45 metres out. G'day mate, how you going? That's good. Just a little fella here in a Collingwood Guernsey.
Just getting the record out.
Just getting the record out. My picture's not in there, but Phil Pearce's might be. Here's James Magna.
Put a headset on him.
No, we will do that shortly. We'll get his thoughts momentarily. If Magna kicks this goal, we'll get him on. Magna goes back. He's kicked it, no doubt about it. Magna's got the first goal of the last quarter. All right, the ball inside attacking 50 again for the Port Melbourne side. At the back, Fleming. He's brought down in a tackle, got a handball off in the direction of, it's ended up there with that man in Daniel Connors, and Connors out of nowhere with a good build-up has kicked his fourth of the afternoon, and Port Melbourne now piling on the goals in this last quarter. They got a 15-17, 107, and Casey stranded on 6-4-40. We've played about 4 minutes in this final term.
Bounds on Casey Radio this year, but back with the play. Tynan gets brought to the ground. Advantage paid to Wolferton. He sweeps the hand pass out to Magna. Too far out to score, so he goes long. Tip-top Toby Pinwell just circling, but Bonadio! The big man with the big chest and big arms and big legs and big everything is taking a good mark. Only 30 metres out, and look,
he's been too dominant all day, guys.
Well, it's a mismatch, really. Penosa is giving away about 10 centimetres and 10 kgs, I reckon.
Phil, did you find out how Giorgio was going? As Bonadio comes in now from 30 metres out, he's kicked a few goals from this position, straight over the umpire's hat. That's Bonadio's first goal of the afternoon for someone who's dominating. He hasn't hit the scoreboard much, but nicely get the hand pass there to Miss City. Goes right across towards Bonadio. He's a long way from home at centre half back. He goes short towards Lang. We've seen him plenty of run from here this afternoon. By hand towards Johnson. He takes a bounce. The game's in slow motion. Will Johnson goes long towards the goal square. It was perfectly weighted for Daniel Connors. 25 metres out. This is bread and butter for Daniel Connors, and didn't take any time. He's gone straight back and kicked the goal for Port Melbourne.
Action of Tynan. Tynan's dragged down in tackle, but he gets his little handball out, so the Borough retain possession. It ends up with Lang. He's been good. He's got 3. He runs side 50. He has a shot on goal. He's got 4. How good has Shannon Lang been this afternoon, boys? We talk about players taking their opportunities heading towards the finals. He's one who has certainly done that this afternoon, and he extends the Port Melbourne lead.
It's known as the Butcher. This will be a pressure kick for him coming outside defensive 50. Kicks it to a 3-on-1 contest. Robertson couldn't mark there for Port Melbourne. The ball spills free to Massetti. He runs inside from 40 metres out. Massetti, the ball comes back in the breeze. One of the goals of the afternoon. At the 15-minute mark of the final quarter, Massetti there just using the breeze nicely. The ball just came back and through for one goal. Great finishing work there by Massetti. Brody just said it was a beautiful goal. It was.
Came from Salem up towards half forward, but coming out to meet it there was his former teammate in Tynan. In fact, they wouldn't have been former teammates. They wouldn't have been on the list at the same time. In any event, Davis couldn't take the football, and the kick in the direction of Sam O'Sullivan was great. He takes the mark and handballs off to Langford. Langford's kick inside 50 over the head of Bonadio. In fact, it's over the head of everyone except at the back young Clay Johnson, who runs into an open goal and finishes off the nice work from Tom Langford. He's got his first of the afternoon. It's an absolute shopping list of goal kickers for Port Melbourne this afternoon. They've got 20. They go to 20, 18, 138. The Casey Scorpions, 98 points in arrears. And Port Melbourne now regain possession, and they'll bring it out of defence through this man, Machidi.
This is the highest score of the season for Port Melbourne, as tweeted by Paul Amy. And they're going to add another one here as the long kick goes all the way towards the goal square. Will Johnson's taking a great contested mark. We should have a quick chat with Joel. I wonder if he saw Dustin Martin, who was in the grandstand earlier, one of the Richmond greats. And in he comes. Will Johnson now from only 15 metres out, directly in front. He's kicking with the help of a breeze, so the distance won't worry him, and he's just kicked it into South Bank. And that's his first goal of the afternoon. They go to 21-something, 144. There's more entertaining things happening here. Talking to Joel, we'll get back to him shortly. As Port Melbourne now, all the defenders are running forward to try and join the party. They get the ball inside forward 50. Johnson does well to trap it. The big turning circle there by the bus. He goes long from 55 metres out. Will Johnson. Well, that's why you get a turning circle like that when you can kick it from centre half forward. He's kicked the last 2 goals for Port Melbourne.
18, 150. That's a mouthful. Casey 6-6-42.
Another one.
Oh, here we go. From the ball up, striding into an open goal. This has become an absolute procession. The goal kicker on that occasion, young Callan Thornton, he's got his first of the afternoon. He joins a list of about 16 players to have registered a score, and to an end that's troubled them all day. So we go back in the middle, knocked down there by Fitzpatrick in the direction of Carr. He's been good since he's gone in the middle. He got a little kick forward in the direction of Rennie at the back though, and there's the siren. Mercifully, this one's over, and the score is as it was 15 seconds ago. The final score, Port Melbourne 23-18, 156. Casey 7-6-48.